I'm here with another one. It's your brother Bolo V&R. Welcome to the platform. Please remember to follow me on all of my platforms: Bolo V&R, Bolo V&R 2.0, Bolo V&R Clips. Don't miss a beat. Make sure you sub up to all three. All right, and of course, the PayPal is open. The Cash App is what. The PayPal is open, the Cash App is open. They're both pinned in the comment section of the video and in the description of the video as well. Now, Mr. Dr. Peter Phillips was on a program with Andre, and he said something that I think is something that everybody needs to hear, especially from a former long-standing politician. And it resonated with me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this small clip and then come back at the point where he hits the note that I want you guys to hear. But it's gonna build up. You know, we're gonna lead into the conversation. Alright? So let's get it. Let's go. Hey Wayne, what's up, man? Salute to you, Wayne. Salute to you, my brother. Good morning to you.
So sincere apologies, chat and viewers. It was not meant to be a disrespect to Dr. Peter Phillips. Please to understand. All right? Yes, let us continue tonight.
Yes. So what we have is that we have not addressed the problem sufficiently. No. We have to recognize that in large measure, we have to have policing. We have to have competent policing. For over too many years, we have kind of had a style of policing that has been really to go into the communities of poor people and just beat up our youth. Grab up our youth.
Kill them, murder them.
You know? Yeah, man, go to dance, mash it up, close it down, and think. No, it has only generated hate,
bitterness,
more hate, bitterness, and it's like we have a country at war with itself.
Wow.
Huh? Now, you have to, I am of the view that while you have to have effective policing, intelligence-led policing and intelligent policing,
yes,
you also have to address the causes of crime, this bitterness, this sense that you have been abandoned by the society, that so many young people have, and bring them back into the operations. And you will see that where we have had the successes in particular communities, we have been able to do that. The government, I think in the Zozo program, has kind of recognized it in a sense, but at the same time they were not giving the support and the energies to things like the peace management initiative, the social intervention programs that were around, and I believe made that adjustment. So this is one area, and I'm agreeing with you, where the society needs to just come together and agree what kind of policing we want, how much we're going to invest in it, because modern policing is not a beat down and shoot kind of operation. It is a system of identifying the intelligence, the organized criminals, and most of the serious crime is organized crime, targeting those people. I don't mean target to shoot, target to apprehend and lock up, build the case. You might need some extraordinary measures to take some of those people off the street while you build the case against them. But it can't be that one man with a uniform decide to be judge and executioner.
But when an administrator or the administration says to the police force, you have the option to tell them Meet thy maker or meet thy judge. Don't you find that hardness by the executive, that hardball leadership of the executive has given leverage to the police, the security forces to operate the way in which they're doing presently?
Well, I think that again, it might, many might like it, but having had responsibility for the police and having represented communities of a lot of wonderful human beings, young men and women
Mm-hmm.
who are human beings. Some of them have fallen into bad habits, but don't get me wrong, in some of our communities,
Yes.
violence is so all pervasive
Mm-hmm.
that when you go into school, the average youth find a weapon to put in his school bag or in his pocket so people don't take away him lunch money and beat him up on the way to school and that. And we're learning all of these things.
Yes.
That's point one. We have to get in there, and when that youth gets into this bad habit from the time I'm going to primary school and then go bigger and continues this lifestyle, the answer is not to kill him off,
But to reform him.
but to intervene. So that's one side of the equation. On the other side of it, make no doubt about it,
Yes.
the policeman and woman out there that we send into some communities are facing real criminals with real guns. Sometimes the guns bigger than the gun that the police have. You know?
Yes.
And those police are as afraid as any human being would be if somebody shooting a AK-47 at you and chatting. I mean, I've had occasion to talk to the psychologists dealing with the police and how they cope with the sense of the whole of being at war and being out there to go out there and put their life on the line
Yes.
to secure our communities.
Yes.
So the approach to the solution that we want, I don't think should be one where each side of the problem just cuss the other side.
Mm-hmm.
That is why I took measures to establish the peace management initiative when I did it, Bishop Era Blair.
Pension programs that you did when you were security minister, this government has done nothing to sustain those.
Well, they are in my view. But again, I don't mind an election campaign coming about, everybody put their side on the problem. But I tell you something. You asked me about my feeling of 32 years.
Yes.
I think we have spent too much time abusing each other as a country
Mm-hmm.
and as, green and orange and everything. And there is reason for us to be critical of one side or the other, no perfection on either side. But we have to find some things about which we can come to agreement about.
Emotional damage.
Now, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Peter Phillips, in his wisdom, that was the most profound thing I've heard him say in this interview. No, I haven't watched the entire interview, I'm going to admit that. But I don't know what he could say in this interview that trumped that which he just said. The truth and the fact of the matter is, I've been saying this on my platform for the longest time. I am sick and tired of the green and orange gang political mentality that has been used, in my opinion, on purpose from the inception to separate us as Jamaican people, to the point where we would unalive each other, to the point where we will curse each other out, physically harm each other, unfriend each other, be upset with each other, malice each other, when the reality that we're living in is the same reality, no matter what color you quote unquote represent. I want you to listen. The reason why I played it from the start is to show you the context of it. They are discussing a very, very serious issue that we have here in Jamaica, crime and violence. Now, Andre, as a as a a journalist, independent journalist, you know, he tried to say, well, you put in all these things and they took it out, and he's like, listen, we could criticize each other all day. The fact of the matter is, we are in a space right now where unity is the only way to go. If we're not going to unite under God, we're not going to fix the problems in our nation. And God has to be involved in it. And if He didn't put it in it, I am putting God in it. There's no way we're gonna solve our problems here in Jamaica without the Most High God involved, intrinsically involved in it. There's absolutely no way that's going to happen. Do you guys see the level of crime that is happening in Jamaica, how gruesome it is? I was looking at an article. Some of them I don't even share on this platform, to be honest with you. Somebody was changing their tire on the highway and somebody drove and hit their head off their body and drove away with their head. I saw some article like that. I said, what is this? What is going on in Jamaica? Right? He spoke about some other things in this interview, and I would encourage you guys to go and watch the interview. Right? He spoke on education, and he said some very fundamental things that you guys might agree with and should push any government that is in power to make sure that they incorporate. But this part right here, ladies and gentlemen, stood out to me.
I think we have spent too much time abusing each other as a country.
Mm-hmm.
We have spent too much time abusing each other as a country. This is a man that has been in politics for 30 plus years, ladies and gentlemen.
And as green and orange and everything. And
You hear that? The abuse. Who wins? Jamaica does not win. Jamaica does not win with the current culture of politics. We have been losing for a long time. These gangs that are allegedly connected to these political parties and the things that's going on, whether to their knowledge or not, the culture of gang warfare in Jamaica, the politicians bringing in the guns, politicians talking about that they are dons, all of these madness, the abuse, the pitting against each other. You won't serve anybody that is green and you won't serve anybody that is orange. It is the most backward, ignorant, evil culture of politics. At the end of the day, you have a business. You should want everybody to support your business, whether they agree with your political views or not. So why then would you want to harm your brother and sister? Right? What if that person over that side of the aisle has a better idea in regards to a certain thing like education or the economy? What, you're not going to give them their just due, that they did a great job? You're just going to lie and say that they tear it down and, oh, I can do better? Listen that again.
I think we have spent on the problem. But I tell you something. You asked me about my feeling of 32 years.
Yes.
I think we have spent too much time abusing each other as a country.
Mm-hmm.
And as you know, green and orange and everything. And there is reason for us to be critical of one side or the other. No perfection on either side. But we have to find some things about which we can come to agreement about.
Yeah, let me know your thoughts on what Dr. Peter Phillips had to say in the comment section. And please use your ears and not your party affiliation. Did the man just speak truth or what? Let's stop abusing each other because of our political alignments, verbally or otherwise. Can we? Can we have some peace in Jamaica under God? Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, alright? It starts with us.